Carolina took game 1. Duke won game 2. Now the series on the line on a beautiful sold-out Saturday. And Wallace Clark draws a leadoff walk.
Duke last night.
Miller sends one back up the middle, a seeing eye single into center field. Clark took a big turn around second, but will stop there.
And the discipline that they've been able to demonstrate.
Jake Hyde, first pitch swinging, roller to the right side. Vanderbrink to Madera for one on to Stokely, double play.
Variety of arm slots.
Vanderbrink back up the middle, knocks the hat off of Zitkowski. And Jackson Vanderbrink has another hit. Zitkowski ahead in the count. Stevenson the opposite way. Fly ball out of here. 10th home run of the season for Luke Stevenson. And that is how you get going.
Well, I guess Luke didn't have as much problem as what I was saying. I mean, fastball a little bit up and away. That's a little bit Zitkowski's game. It's coming across. He has to hang in there, stay in there, but he didn't try to pull the ball. He went with it and able to keep that ball up and right on out of the park. I mean, that's strong right there.
I love the approach.
He's behind in the count 3-1 against Tyler Albright and issues a leadoff walk for the second consecutive inning. Another 3-2 coming to Gracia. This time he sends it out to right with Carey. Bass to the wall and gone.
And right there, Houck just misses with that splange just a little bit up and out over the plate. And we were talking about Gracia. I mean, that was pounded. I mean, took the pitch that he was given, drove it, and he had just missed, you know, the foul ball, and then he clips this nice.
And he got it up in the jet stream too. So that's, to Matt's point, it is blustery here at Boschmo Stadium today, and you know, hard contact.
He gets to a 3-2 count, right? He fought off some good pitches to get there.
Tyson Bass sharply sends it into left on the ground and has a leadoff single in the second. On the ground and into center field for a base hit. There you go. Bass rounds second. He'll stop at third. Runners at the corners, one down.
Bass has some wheels, doesn't he? Very tempting.
McCadden Dye, first pitch swinging. It'll hang up, catch made in left. Bass, because of that hustle, can tag from third and give Carolina the lead.
And Madera definitely a threat to steal as well.
A looper hit over to first, and Hyde will make the catch. Jackson Vanderbrink, first pitch swinging. The Washington State native. Grew up in Mariners country, sees it drop in. Vanderbrink hustles to second, and he's got a leadoff wind-aided double.
And it's all a byproduct of the umpire.
Stokely into the shift, sends it to Hyde on the ground for a second time today, and the leadoff double by Vanderbrink does nothing for the Heels. Carolina has won back-to-back conference series coming into this series against Duke. Blue Devils also have won 2 straight ACC series, and Tyler Albright begins the 4th with a single, or once you get to this time of year. Rounds a roller to the right side, picked up by Vanderbrink, throws across his body and past Stokely. All hands are safe, and Albright will scamper to third. Andrew Yu, first pitch swinging on the ground to short, and Madera slips, gets up, throws to first. Everybody's safe. Albright scores. We are tied. Let's see if he keeps it on 0-1. He does not. Swinging away. Gracia will shoot it to shallow right, and it dunks in there. Death by 1,000 cuts for the Duke offense in the 4th. 2-2. Got him swinging. Back to the top of the order, third trip through, and Wallace Clark swings at the first pitch. On the ground to second, Vanderbrink took a look, takes the sure out at first and concedes the go-ahead run. Duke takes a 4-3 lead.
The individual pitches in terms of how much stress they're putting on you.
Berger, a fly ball hanging up to right center. Bass cruises over and takes it in. Duke is very much a team that will have its starters go 5 or 6 innings, and Stokely down the right field line, that's fair. It'll roll into the corner up against the Duke bullpen. Stokely motors into second and has a leadoff double. The tying run in scoring position for the Heels. And Tyson Bass coaxes just the second walk this season against the freshman lefty. Now Hargett squares on 0-1. And bunts it in fair territory. It's picked up, throw to third, force play, gets him. They've done that throughout the weekends. Madera the opposite way, dunks it into left. Bass charging around third. He'll come in and score. Madera ties the game.
Wayne, you were talking about this earlier, right?
Skips away from you. Both runners up 90.
Being in a designated hitter position.
Gets by you again. Hargett scores and the Tar Heels lead.
Well, Wayne, I think you made a pretty good point right there at that time.
Swing and a miss by Dye. He's down on strikes for the second out.
But it's important for your catchers to get some time off.
Kepley, a bounding ball to short. Clark throws it over. Rounds draws a walk. Plate 2 for 3 today. Gracia swings at the first pitch and has his third hit of the ball game. Rounds will stop at second. Evans to the right side on the ground. Van de Breek handles to Stokely.
Kind of the only blemish on Duke's defense.
Tyson Bass smacks it back up the middle. Second hit of the game for Bass, who's on base for the third time.
I think if you're Coach Forbes, you want to get the runner in scoring position here just like that.
Another bunt from Hargett results in a sacrifice for the Carolina shortstop. And Madera sends one go through the legs of Berger. Bass around third, he will score.
Houck in that situation. Houck was able to step up over and over to
2-2 to Van de Breek. Lazy fly to right. Hyde, the first baseman, backing up. And it drops in there. One run home, Madera. Holbrook caught up between second and third. He'll dive back to the third base bag. 2 homer games this season. Swing and a miss, and Easterly prevails, striking out Stevenson. Walks Wallace Clark.
What to do if he doesn't have Mateus?
inside's not always the best.
Miller goes the opposite way and has himself a base hit. Bases loaded for Duke. The go-ahead run to the plate with nobody out. The pitch. Hyde to right field. Bass chases it back. Gets over his head and off the fence. One run in the form of Clark. Berger hustling, he's caught up. Miller gets caught in a run down. The ball scoots away from Stevenson. And after all that, it's just a single. Homered on Thursday. First pitch swinging back up the middle. This will score one. Miller gets the stop sign at third. Duke is within a run.
Yeah, and I would not say that Cameron Seagrave is just throwing bad pitches. I mean, that ball's pretty much out over the plate, but it's strike one against Albright. You see some some juice right here. Yeah, he's pretty excited about that.
Ben Rounds the batter. First pitch swinging for him. A bouncer deep in the hole at short. To second for one. That's the only out they'll get. Duke has tied the game in the ninth. 1-1 to you. On the right side. Van de Breek to second for one. On to first. Double play. 4-6-3. The Tar Heels walk the tightrope again.
But he looks comfortable out there.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Bass, and James Talon out of the pen. Lights out. Sends this one to extra innings to decide the series winner. Seagraves forces Clark into a sword. And the freshman amped after he retires the Devils in order.
Thinking you've got the take on right here.
Taking all the way, it's high. A 4-pitch walk to Hargett, and the winning run is aboard in the 10th. 3-1. Ball 4, Angelo walks. Runners first and second, one away for Kepler. Swing and a miss. Gabe Nard shuts the door. Seagraves deals. Got him. Cameron Seagraves. Mr. Animation on the mound.
And this is the matchup Carolina's been looking for all week.
Stokely barrels it into the shift, knocked down at second. Throw on to first is not in time. Berger had to range to knock it down. Bass, a bouncer to third. Miller across to first. Let's go to the 12th inning. And Albright draws a leadoff walk. First base runner of extra innings for Duke. Murray, fly ball to center, chases Kepley back, but plenty of time to make the catch. French, a jolt to center. Gracia makes the play. 1, 2, 3 go the Tar Heels in the 12th. If you're Shimoleski, you don't want to walk Clark here. You got some dangerous hitters behind him. And Wallace Clark reaches base to begin the 13th, representing the go-ahead run for Duke. For Sam Harris, came in as a defensive replacement, and Harris smacks it to left. Duke with a pair of base runners and 2 away.
Yeah, big hit for Harris right there. You got to respect it at 94.
Got him! Climb the ladder with the heater!
Too much.
Yep, exactly. Like that.
Kepley draws a leadoff walk. Kane Kepley and his speed on base for the first time today.
There's a few options here.
Yeah.
Stokely, fly ball right center fields. Gracia has it tracked and will go to inning number 14.
An out or a strike.
That's a big at-bat right there. You're going to hope that's hit on the ground.
Hargett dettens the bunt in fair territory. Hart picks it up, sends it to first. A low throw, but Harris picks it out. Winning run at second. Madera, a bouncer to the right side, skips past Berger into right field. Here comes Bass. He will score, and the Tar Heels walk